Bahama llama?
Bahama Mama.
Bahama mama.
Yeah.
What is that? Is it an alcoholic beverage?
It's an alcoholic beverage, yeah. Half Bahama, half Mama.
That's not a real thing that people say.
That's a real thing. That's an actual thing that exists, dude.
No, that's not real.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever had one?
But I've never been to the Bahamas.
What?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Like a Bahama
but
Mama.
you've been to Applebee's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had
Bahama
one of these
Mama,
drinks?
It's rum. Okay. Coconut flavored rum.
Coconut rum.
Grenadine.
Okay.
Orange juice, pineapple juice, and crushed ice. And that's just the Bahama half.
What's the mama?
It just says 18 plus, so I can't click it.
What?
I can't verify my age on here, so.
You're in your mid-30s.
Yeah, but like I'd have to make an account to verify my age.
What are you doing? On what?
On this recipe website for Bahama Mama.
What? Just put in your birthday.
No, I don't want to do that.
What?
Because if I do that, then I just don't want to make an account. I don't have the energy to make an account.
Just share it with your Facebook.
I'm not doing that, Jim. I just feel like I stand by what I said. You can get rid of the Bahamas. You can take the mama out of the Bahamas.
Welcome to Real Jimmy Hours.
You can't take the Bahamas out of the mama.
Welcome to Real Jimmy Hours. I am Jake, and this is Kyle. Neither of us go by Jimmy. But we're gonna talk about life and stuff here on this podcast. Kyle, you've entered your slouched position again.
That's because I'm falling asleep.
Fucking wake up! You've already pooped. Go get a coffee if you need to.
I don't need a coffee. Coffee's expensive.
Go make coffee. Do you not have a coffee machine?
I don't have groceries, Jim. I live the most. I'm 30 years old.
31.
Well, calm down. My home and the things inside of it are that you would expect from a kid, like in a college dorm.
Okay.
So posters of K-pop bands.
I don't believe you have a single K-pop poster.
All right, I'll be right back.
Wow, he really does have a K-pop poster. Anyway, this is a life podcast, even though my co-host is gone. We're gonna talk about fun things like dead pets and relationships.
Bahama Mamas.
And Bahama Mamas. Oh shit! Is this the is that the people that Noxo likes?
No, this is actually like okay. So you want like I'm an old school K-pop fan. Like I listen to, like current K-pop, but like just to give you a little.
You have multiple. What? Okay, all right. Oh jeez.
Listening to this shit. This group does not exist anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's been some time. So
did they just get too old and
they got too old?
The record company was like, nah.
Yeah. K-pop is like very like
14 to 17.
Yeah.
I mean, the BTS guys are in their mid-20s. Some of them are older than I am.
Yeah, but like the men can hang on longer. The women's they get cut. It's like what the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Are you all right?
Oh. All right, that's cool. I got it. Oh. Something on that. Here we go. All right, we're good. We're getting there, dude. We're getting set up. We're out here. We're doing it.
Well, I've been asking you to get set up for like an hour.
I'm set up. I've been set up. I fucked up. I knocked my little anti-old man thing over. This is what I use to not have my wrist hurt.
Oh, you have like one of those pads for your wrist, for your like
Yeah.
mouse.
Yeah, it's my mouse keypad.
Wow. That was probably one of the worst stutters that I've had on the show.
That's okay.
You'll
get through it. You'll get through it.
So Kyle, how are you?
I was doing like good. I'm just tired.
Just tired.
But I listened to this Paris song on repeat, and now I'm just depressed, man.
Why would you listen to them before we do this show when you know how?
Because like this song's really good, and then
that. So, like, I don't listen to
like,
them a lot, but I know not to listen to them before this show.
God bless it. I'm over here just. I wasn't heartbroken before I sat down. My heart was in perfect shape.
Is that what you've been listening to like this entire time?
Kind of like that, and like "Devil" by CLC, which is just an absolute fucking banger.
Okay.
That's what I've been like, just so be doing that.
Yeah. I saw you moving and grooving.
Yeah, little move and groove. Yeah. Dude, my body feels hot. I feel like I might be getting sick, brother Jim.
I told you looked pale.
Yeah, which is kind of fucked up to tell somebody, but
let's not get too hung up on what's fucked up to tell people and not before I just blow your spot up right here live on the air.
I didn't say anything.
It's what you didn't say is the issue.
But that's the thing, is like you're saying what is fucked up to say. That's not on me.
I just don't agree.
I don't listen.
I'm listening.
If a McDonald's employee screams that they're out of trash bags, and I see one on the counter, it's not my responsibility to tell them that there's a trash bag on the counter. If they don't see it themselves, that's their fault. It's not my job to do their job for them.
I was on board with what you were saying until
until I said all of it.
Until all of it.
Yeah, I understand.
None of that made any sense.
It made perfect sense.
Well, we've bullshitted for
you don't go fishing for compliments. That's
you don't go
if you're fishing for compliments, you got to be willing to pull up nothing.
If you're gonna fish for compliments with Kyle, you better expect to pull up some like a boot.
You can fish for compliments with me, and I will assist.
Well, you didn't assist that. You just made it worse.
But I refuse when it comes to fitness. I'm very that's funny. I'm very
What are you?
I'm very unapologetic with fitness because like to an extent, obviously. Like I'm not just, a total asshole. But when somebody is not out of shape, but not like super fit, and they're fishing for compliments, I'm not gonna say you're doing great when they're not. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Except it's not. I simply just disagree, and I guess that's what
we've discussed it. We've discussed it. Okay. Anyways, what are we talking about today?
Well, I'm gonna try my best to not talk about dead pets or heartbreak in today's episode.
This Paris song is on again, brother.
I need you to press pause on the music if you're gonna listen to sad shit.
Boy, oh my god.
I'm giving you my full attention. I'm not.
Same, dude.
I'm not
I'm
listening
not
to any
even.
bangers.
I'm not even playing Slay the Spire right now.
There's no bangers happening.
I'm not even playing Slay the Spire
I'm
right
paying
now.
attention to my Steam friends' activity.
Okay.
If I see you open a game, you're gonna get buzzed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna press a button, and then the buzzer that I've placed under your look at this bitch. Nature's Miracle is now playing Slay the Spire. We're trying to produce a show.
I just wanted to test it.
Or at least I'm playing a show. Or I'm producing a show. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm just in it.
He's just in it.
Just in the show. So what are we doing? What do you got?
There are a couple things that I wanna, say. That I wanted to get your live reaction to.
Alright, I'm listening.
After today, and moving forward, all episodes of Real Jimmy Hours will be on YouTube the day after that they air on Twitch.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
I'm going to be after we're done, I'm going to be spending the rest of the day transporting all previous episodes and this one to my YouTube channel, which for whatever reason is not the one that's below. So you actually
wait, why didn't you edit that?
I forgot.
You had every chance to edit that.
I had an hour. I had an hour to fix that.
An hour and a half, bro.
Please sit up. You know what? Actually, just
I'm going to sleep.
Stay that way. So if you, for whatever reason, if you're watching the VOD on Twitch, by the time that you're probably watching the VOD, the episode is on YouTube. You can find that on my Twitter. There will be links. There will be a link to a playlist. Because I'm going to make a playlist of all episodes. And I'm doing that mostly because Kyle, you look dead. Are you
I'm listening, dude. Keep going. I'm listening. You got this, dude.
All right. You sound so nasally when you're laying down like this.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so everything's gonna be on YouTube, and will also be like properly archived here on Twitch as well. And I'm doing this mostly because a real life friend of mine was like, "How do I Twitch?" I was like, "Well, I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to tell you that. You got to find your own path." So I'm helping the path. Because YouTube is far easier to find VODs on than Twitch. So everything's going to be on Twitch. Or YouTube. Henceforth.
It's going to be on both.
It's going to be on... Well, we're going to do the live stream.
I do look dead. I just saw it on the fucking...
You do look dead, and I'm not sure why you are continuing for so long. It's just being dead. Let's get in... If you don't mind, let's do a show.
Let's do a show.
Something that popped into my head.
Yeah.
Actually, just today. And then compounded by the thing that you have behind you. I want to talk about music.
Okay.
I want to talk about the previous music and the current music, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And I'm curious to know a bit about like your mindset.
Okay.
With these, because I'm fairly certain that you took Mayday fairly seriously.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it was like hobbyist.
Yeah, I took it very serious.
But then that didn't, that did the thing. And then now you're 12 years later, you're back at it again. With a thing I think you're probably taking even more seriously. And I want to know, like, what's changed? What's stayed the same in like terms of your mindset? Like, how are you going forward with your thing?
Well, God, I gotta actually use thought process. So as far as what's the same, I think I think one core behavioral trait of myself that I will always have, like whether I want it or not,
Uh-huh.
um, is I'm 0 or 100.
Okay.
So like when it's like I'm doing something, I'm all fucking in. And like not that like I don't have fun playing music because obviously I do, or I
Sure.
wouldn't want to do it. Like it's very enjoyable. Um, but more than anything, um, it's always kind of been about like being successful like in the music industry. Like whenever like I've done it,
Sure.
Um, so that's the same. That's always the same. The first time around, it was basically learning that there was a business side to it. Like, it was basically started out as like just playing music in a garage and having my friends come over and hang out and writing music and just doing that.
Sure.
And then like as we played more and more, of just kind of realizing like, oh, like we're either paying money to do this or we got to find a way to make money.
Sure.
And how do we do that? Um, so one second. God bless you. Shit, I'm tired. Fuck. So, yeah, like learning the business side of it. So the business part is the same. I'm just like better educated on it.
Okay.
The way to go about it is different because of social media and the whole deal, but that's a different question. What's
When
different?
did you start Mayday?
2006.
Yeah, oh, so that's yeah.
2006 to 2010.
So social media was like especially Twitter was just non-existent. It didn't wasn't even the thing.
It's MySpace, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter happened during that time. I know that because like I have like an old Mayday picture. It's like my Twitter profile picture.
Yeah.
And like the shift to Facebook happened during that time. Snapchat didn't exist. Instagram didn't
Smartphones
exist.
barely existed in the capacity that we know.
Yeah. So yeah, very much so.
That's pretty neat.
Um, so it's that's interesting. What as far
What
as
was it like trying to like get out there
you know
before
what's funny is I actually think it was easier than it is now.
is it
So
just because
you
so
go,
many people can yeah,
it's so easily accessible. It's so easily to produce. It's not that it's easily accessible. It's easily manufacturable.
sure.
So it's like I mean I'm gonna just like I'll go to the old fucking Mayday page. Like I'll go to the old MySpace, right? And like and I'll like straight up say like we didn't pay for plays. We didn't do anything like that.
Sure.
Like we were too dumb to know that shit even existed. Let me see. I don't even. Yeah, like okay, today's gonna be a good day. It has 142,000 plays.
Okay.
That was like the big one. Or we did a cover of Lady Gaga that got 95,000 plays.
Okay.
And like this is like MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Sure.
is
I also think that that
these
was like
numbers are different.
yeah.
So yeah, shit. Yeah, this was posted January 1st, 2009. Um, so that's yeah. So that's a whole deal. But like, um, at the time, like bands putting up numbers like that, it was like they're just getting signed left and right. Bow, bow,
Sure.
bow.
Well,
And it
cuz
was easier in a way because like basically the way that website worked was as a band, like you literally just dish out friend requests, and because music was such a core part of your profile, on that shit, like you had people that like just getting like a request from a band, and because not every band was fucking doing it,
yeah.
it was like, is there a song on here that I can use for my fucking page? Like that's
Sure.
kind of what's the mindset. So it's easier in that way. Whereas like now with modern culture, getting people to listen to your stuff is the hard part. Before it was like they wanted to listen. Um, like so it was just that's more like the difference. Yeah, like I mean, I shit, it's so hypocritical and it's really shitty to say, but like I've had people like on like shit on Facebook or whatever send me invites to listen to their band, and I don't even fucking click on it. Like
Really?
not every time, like just there's days where I see it and I just go, oh, I'm not worried about that, and then like I literally don't even think about it until they like send another one.
Sure.
It's like here I am trying to promote my shit, but like I'm not always in the mood to like, yeah, let me give this a listen.
Sure.
So it's like I get that. Um, what's the same business, like the professional aspect of it, as far as networking and like merchandising and doing that. There's some differences there, but not entirely. Um, and then the differences are yeah, like it's very it's hard. I mean, it's that like kind of goes hand in hand with how fast people ingest media right now and with how saturated we are
Sure.
by media. You can't get by as a band with just music anymore. I mean, there was a time where like people would like go to fucking Warp Tour and hand out fucking demos, and
Yeah.
like people would just like eat it up. Like, okay, let me check out this band's demo, blah blah blah. I'm gonna listen to this on the way home.
Hmm.
And now it's like you have to have the music, you have to have the videos, you have to have the pictures, you have to have the personal content. Like you have to have merchandise, like merchandise of other kinds, like preferably other avenues of promotion.
Yeah.
So, um, I think the best example would be somebody like Dan with like Ninja Sex Party.
Sure.
Like I don't think anybody really knows any other member's name other than Dan. But like
Well,
you
Ninja
know,
Brian.
there you go. But you put these other avenues of promotion out, and like I don't say hope they hit, but like
Sure.
in a way it's kind of that, like I guess. Um, but yeah, so things are definitely different in that capacity.
Sure.
Probably a lot more that I'm missing, but I'm like trying to stay awake.
Which oh jeez. Which thing do you which time period do you like better?
Oh, um, hmm, that's a I don't like that question. Because I think for me, I think I enjoyed like 12 years ago.
Sure.
Now that's hard because like I would go back and forth on that because like I said before, like like 100,000 plays like on fucking MySpace at the time was like something.
Yeah.
Like that was like a whole situation. So like you did have bands that were basically botting plays and then just getting label
Yeah.
opportunities they didn't deserve it, and it kind of like bastardized like a lot of the deals that people were hoping to get, the whole deal. But I don't know actually, because I feel like I've been to some local shows and the turnouts have been pretty dope, but I don't know. I think I'd have to retract that statement. I think I have to say I can't give a full answer on that until we're like at least touring somewhat,
Sure.
and then I'll have my answer.
That's fair.
From a marketing standpoint, I think there's some ease of use of marketing now, but once again, like the competition is. It's not that the competition is harder. I think the competition is the same. And I think if you're a good enough if you have the whole package, I think that I don't want to say no reason because like there's a level of luck. Um, but I think if you have the whole package, I think you really set yourself up for success. I think it's always been that case.
Sure.
But once again, with how easily like things are to manufacture and to ingest now,
Sure.
um, I think it's kind of hard. It's not hard to stand out. It's hard for people to give you a chance to stand out.
Sure. Do you think Mayday would have popped off a little bit more if you had like today's like stuff, like social media and stuff like that?
It's hard to say. Like you're just saying, basically, just fast forward, like put this technology in that time
Yeah.
because that music's really fucking dated. Like that music is like
Yeah. I
you
don't
listen to it and
yeah.
you go like, I know exactly what year this is. You know.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I can honestly say that like we were on the cusp of um where we needed to be successful,
Sure.
but going back and listening to the songs, I don't think I would consider them strong enough to really stand out. I think there's one song, two
Okay.
songs that maybe like make that difference. Everything else I think is just kind of
Garagey.
to an extent. I feel like there's just I feel like if you take that like what was written for that album to a different producer, um, I think that like there's a better product and maybe you can say something different. But
Sure.
yeah,
I mean, it's no worse than like Crown the Empire stuff from around that time.
fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
you got that going for you.
Yeah, yeah, very very true.
So,
Um,
fast forwarding to 2019, 2018.
yeah,
This new thing.
you know.
This new thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Our Sorrows project. I don't know. Do you call it a project? Do people still do that? Because like
Project band. I don't know.
this is my project.
I mean, I call it a project because I mean that's what it is.
Sure.
Like it's like
It's an
at the
ongoing
end of the
thing.
day, it's
Yeah.
just an ongoing.
You're gonna
deal.
stand up in front of the class and you know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm standing up in front of the class and presenting my project.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting yelled at, and they're saying you can't be within 30 feet of a school. We're gonna arrest you.
Oh
And it's like, okay,
no!
first of all,
That.
is that gonna be a red Joy-Con?
Hold on. It's gonna be our first red Joy-Con of the evening. If you're new here,
27 minutes in.
red Joy-Con means no. That is a line of memes that we will not be pursuing.
That is a veto.
That's a veto. That's a PlayStation veto. You know what
My
I'm
guy.
saying? Haha. Burn Earth. Did I tell you? Burn Earth gifted 13 subs to the channel.
Holy shit.
So we have the second emote slot. I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know what I want it to be, but I kind of want it to be like a real Jimmy Hours thing. Maybe we could like fuse our faces together to like a smile. I don't know. You don't look very happy about that idea.
Kind of terrifying, really.
I mean, it might be the best idea that I've ever had. Or is it the worst? Anyway, this Our Sorrows thing.
Yes.
You're kind of popping off. You're getting popular AMV YouTubers approaching you to do AMVs of your songs. Which, by the way, is, I think it's over 12K views right now. Or 17. 12 or 17. One of those two. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's popping off.
I wouldn't say we're popping off, but I mean, we're definitely
popping off.
We're taking the right steps, for sure.
Jimmy Page contacted me.
Did he? What did Jimmy Page say to you?
He was like, wow. Jimmy. I mean, our names are both Jimmy, so it's like it was
right. So
really
calls
easy
you Jimmy, naturally. Yeah.
Really easy to make that connection. He was like, Jimmy, you got something going on. Because, I mean, I'm your manager, of course, in this situation.
Naturally, yeah.
He was like, you and those Our Sorrows boys got a lot going on. For some reason, Jimmy Page is from Brooklyn. Um,
He is now, yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, wow, Jimmy Page, you really think they got something going on? He just gave me a thumbs up and went away. So you're doing the pop off, or
Mm-hmm.
you're getting to the pop off. What
Yeah.
is what
Yeah, all the
is
way.
what is the most exciting aspect? Like
Um,
either that you're experiencing now or that you like.
I think it's a couple things. I think for one, there's that nervousness and excitement for people to see like what we've been working really hard on.
Sure.
Like it's kind of like, hey, here's this thing that we did. Like here's this thing that we made. Um,
It's my child.
like it's like, hey, here's this like thing that like we put all this work into, and
Sure.
like kind of see how it's received. And I think from an artistic standpoint, there's that. From like a group standpoint, there's that. And for me personally, and this is something that I kind of, like once again, this is real Jimmy hours, so we're gonna have those deep moments, but I think for me personally, I've always prided myself like lyrically, and I've always felt like I'm stronger at that than anything else. Like, I'm starting to actually value myself as far as like my my singing goes and my guitar playing ability.
Wow. Okay.
So, and then the more I get back into songwriting, the more I kind of realize like, oh shit, like I'm actually like cool. Like this shit still makes sense to me.
Sure.
There's like these things that I forgot where I went, oh yeah, cool. Like either I've been doing that or wow, I totally forgot about that. That's a thing. Um, but once again, like lyrics are kind of like the important one to me. So I guess in a way, um, the most exciting thing for me is going to be to see if that grabs people,
Sure.
if the lyrical content grabs people, and if so, basically, like I think every musician, there's a level of like wanting affirmation.
Uh huh.
I think there's a level of like you want like if you didn't want some kind of affirmation, you would sit in your house and like just record like just write music and never release it.
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, I recently had somebody basically like get on to me because like I was showing like a bunch of songs I wrote over like the past like 5 years, like just a few songs I wrote over the past 5 years that I never released, and they were like mad, and they're like whole like they're like they're legitimately pissed. And I was like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah, because like um not everybody can do this,
Sure.
and like you're like keeping it to yourself. And I thought that was an interesting perspective because that's not how I saw it. I just saw it's like, okay, I don't think these are good enough to like put out there, you
Sure.
know. But sidetracking big time. I'm most excited about like that affirmation lyrically because I guess in a way, growing up the way that I grew up and just being that kind of nerdy, isolated kid, it's almost like having that like people that can get behind my lyrics. There's like a level of like, oh hey, like we're like there's a level of like camaraderie with that,
Sure.
and it's almost like that friendship, like that's what I want, and that's the most exciting thing for me because like I know that there will be people that do it. I'm nervous to see how many people,
Sure.
but that's what I'm most excited about is to basically have these people like kind of align themselves to words that I write and like be like, yeah, cool, like I feel that,
Sure.
and that's I think
Yeah.
is what I'm
Totally.
excited
That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm really excited for people to like just hear it. And like I'm actually personally, I mean, like I have no stake in this. I'm not part of the band or anything like that. But
Yeah.
like I can't wait to show people like the whole album.
Yeah.
And be like, "Yo, this guy's one of my best friends and look at what he fucking made." I get
I appreciate that.
I get so like I get ridiculously excited about um the album. Uh
Hmm.
it's like, man, it's real fucking good.
Thank you.
um and I just like I know a lot of people that I'm friends with uh would dig it. And
Yeah.
I can't wait to be like, "Yo, check this shit out." It's like
Yeah.
it's just a really cool thought. Like, I know some fucking cool musicians, you know.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I mean, I have that too, you know, like those like my friends that are like really like doing it,
Uh-huh.
you know, it's just kind of a cool thing of like there's like a cool like aspect to that. It's like, ah yeah, like that's my dude, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, I had that fucking story I posted the other day, like with like a couple of those guys, and like
Yeah.
you know, like, and they were like messaging me like after that, like, dude, where was that at? You know, I was like, dude, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you know, like, you don't care,
Yeah.
like, you don't care, and like, not that they don't care, but you know what I mean. It's like, dude, you
Yeah.
guys are like, this is nothing new to you guys, but like, it's, I guess it's always there's always that level of like celebration for it, you
Sure.
know. Um, but yeah, like, I think that'll be really cool. I'm excited for people to hear it, to hear how it all came out, and
Yeah.
it's just you know, there's that fear of like, are we marketing it correctly? Are we going to be promoting it correctly? Are we going about all this the right way?
Sure.
Are we missing out on any opportunities? You know, like that whole situation. So let me actually turn this light
Well,
on.
I know that you're definitely missing the there's like you could be like putting out like a like a risque calendar of
Right,
the
right,
band
right.
to
That,
coincide with the release of the
yeah,
album.
we could do that. Could be doing that. You're absolutely right.
Could be um like not like not like being a like a cam band. You know, you could be like
Or
or unless that's exactly
unless,
what you could be doing.
mm-hmm,
Instead of doing real Jimmy hours, you could be
just out
our,
here doing it.
our sorrows XXX, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Dude,
porn saved the
listen,
VHS.
listen. I'm just
Could
saying.
save indie music.
I'm just saying, while we're here on Real Jimmy Hours,
Yeah, tell me. Is
I'm gonna
this in
preface
production?
this.
Oh, no!
I'm gonna preface this
Okay. Oh, God. All right.
with
A preface.
sometimes we memeing and sometimes we serious,
Oh,
and so,
shit!
so I refuse to say which of these are memes, which of these are not.
Oh, it's a fucking serious. All of it.
I considered that.
Like a
Like,
calendar?
no, like the other shit. But like
Oh,
the problem
no!
that you run into with that, like straight out, the problem that you run into with that is like now if there's like the Christian labels, like the heavily like Christian labels and shit like
Yeah.
that, now it's like if me or somebody in my band is like associated with that, then like you're probably gonna get blackballed from certain shows, certain tours,
Sure.
being able to like network because they don't want to associate their brand with that, and that's
That
their right, and that's totally fine. You
That's
know?
hilarious that you even had that thought.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What?
Because like, let's be real, like
Do you
we're
just
playing
play
metal, you
guitar
know?
naked? Is that
Like
what you'd be doing?
no, no,
Run
I'm not gonna go into detail. I'm
run
not
me
gonna go.
run me through a
No,
show.
I'm, bro. No, oh no, 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 no. We're thinking two different things. For two different things.
Are we?
Yeah,
Are
we're
we
thinking two
thinking
different
about the
things.
same thing?
Yeah, no, we're not. We're absolutely not. But That that
I'm
aside,
just imagining you naked by a fire, just like shredding.
it's my life. That's actually what I do every time I log off of Real Jimmy Hours.
Wow.
I just start up the bonfire in the backyard.
Oh, you go outside.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I
Yep.
mean, Florida, it's nice outside. So,
Yeah.
speaking of weather,
It's not. It's really not. It's really fucking humid and gross.
speaking of weather, real quick,
Talk to me.
I live in Ohio, so
Hmm.
we have seasons here. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
you know
know.
what that means.
I know what it is just because I haven't always lived in Florida.
Oh, wait, what? You're not a Florida boy?
Yeah, I'm a Florida boy. I was born and raised,
Oh,
but I haven't always lived here, and
oh,
I've
that's right.
traveled.
You lived in California,
Yeah,
so that's kind of
with all
some.
the other, yeah, Anaheim, all the other seasons.
That's some. Yeah, that's some seasons.
Yeah.
Um, it has started to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I woke up this morning. It was like 40 degrees. It's like 60
Yeah.
degrees in my house, and I was like, "Oh no!" Like I went to take my dog for a walk, and I was like, "I need a fucking jacket." But
Yeah, dude.
3 days ago, it was 92.
Yep.
I hate
Yeah.
this.
I see. I like cold weather.
I love
And
it.
I say that like here, like in Florida,
What's
I
cold
like
for
cold
you?
weather.
What's cold for you?
Well, the humidity here is nuts, dude.
Mm,
Like the humidity here is fucking nuts. So
true.
like whenever it's like 65 here, it feels so much fucking colder because like you're on. It's not like that fucking. And it's not just that like wind chill kind of like wind chill cold is fucking cold, obviously.
Sure.
But whenever it's just cold and you walk outside and it's like you could literally walk outside with a fucking t-shirt in like
Yeah.
50-degree weather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, cool, this is. Yeah, in Florida it's different because it's like I walk outside and if it's 60, there's already like water
Oh
like
no.
practically on me, like freezing cold water. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
without rain, just the humidity, the level of humidity is already it's like the coldness just like bites into your fucking skin. It's like, cool, that's what we're doing. And then I mean what's cool, because we don't get fucking breezes all the time, but whenever that fucking breeze is kicking through and it's that fucking cold, it's
Sure.
like, oh man, okay, here we go. This is a nightmare. So um but yeah, I wish we had seasons here. I don't know. It's really really funny. Somebody the other day, I think I was at the bar or something, and somebody called me a California boy. And I thought
Okay.
that was really interesting because when I'm in California, they tell me I'm a Florida boy.
That's funny.
So I'm like I'm just neither. Like it's really interesting to me that
You're like
like
St. Louis. You're in the middle.
yeah, yeah, I'm just over here all St. Louis.
St. Louis boy.
Saint
Have you ever
Saint
been
Louis
to
the
St.
Fourth.
Louis?
I think I've driven through St. Louis. I've never
I've driven through it
really
as
really
well.
stopped there.
I ate it at Jimmy John's in St. Louis once.
Nice, dude.
It was alright.
Yeah, I
I had
bet.
turkey tom with no tomatoes, so just turkey, turkey and
Anyway,
lettuce and mayo.
dude, I get fuck, dude, I got a Jersey Mike's by me. I might just start going there.
Oh shit.
Um, maybe not though. I don't know. I usually do like
Oh
the
shit.
roast
Now I'm
beef
hungry.
slim with
Okay.
cheese. I'll do two of those bad boys.
Oh fuck. Then why don't you just
Yeah.
get one thick one instead of a slim boy?
Because then like I forget what it is they charge you for it. I think I figured it out to where if you do two slims,
Oh,
it's
is it cheaper?
yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Don't hold me to that. I
that's
could be
fair.
wrong. I could have been overpaying my whole life, but
Could have.
I got told to buy groceries recently too, and I feel like maybe I should buy groceries so I stop.
I'm actually going to Costco tomorrow. You have Costco?
Uh, Do we have Costco's down
You
here?
might
I
have
think
Sam's Club.
I know we have Sam's Club. I know we have Sam's Club. I
It's,
think we have Costco down here too.
it's the same thing. We have both.
Yeah, yeah, I think we have both as well. But I'm not one for grocery shopping.
I don't like it either, but I had to go recently. I got some cereal. Here's
Mhm.
my grocery. This is real Jimmy Hours. I'm gonna be totally honest. Here's what I buy.
Yeah, yeah, let's go.
I buy 1 gallon of regular milk, 1 gallon of chocolate milk, yogurt, granola, deli meat chicken, pepper jack cheese,
Mm-hmm.
2 loaves of bread,
Okay.
and jelly if I need it. Because I have like 7 jars of peanut butter in my house for whatever reason. So I never need to buy peanut butter again. But like,
Yeah, I got a lot of peanut butter too for some reason.
that's what I eat.
Yeah.
And oranges.
Well, like when one day I made peanut butter toast, like a few months back, and
and
I
then
went,
you were like,
"Yep,
yep,
yeah, I
yep,
forgot this is good shit."
it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
buy. Yeah.
yeah.
What's
So then,
your when you go to the grocery store? What's like your like you have 5 things. What's your like 5?
I literally only buy 5 things.
Oh shit. Okay.
I go out and eat all the fucking time
I
because
don't have money for that.
I'm just a late. Well, I don't either, but I do it,
Okay.
and that's where my entire fucking budget goes because I'm a genius.
My
Almond
budget is
milk, yogurt,
okay.
strawberries, bananas, peanut butter, and honey. 6 things.
Oh, dude, honey. Oh, fuck. I forget all the time that peanut butter and
Yeah,
honey go together so
I
fucking
I
well.
just I make smoothies. Like that's the only thing I make in
Oh,
my house is I make smoothies
like peanut
because
butter smoothies?
peanut butter, strawberry, banana.
All right, hold on.
And like
Hold,
oats and shit.
hold on. What do I need for that? Is that like your like a meal? Like a meal
Um,
replacement type thing?
it can be a meal replacement. I'm trying to gain weight, so I'll literally the way I make my smoothie is it's 1,300 to 1,400 calories.
Okay.
So I'll start my day with 1,300 calories, and then I'll go eat breakfast. So I like usually meet my mom for breakfast, and I'll go get like a blueberry waffle and some fucking grilled chicken, or like just bacon, eggs, peppers, hash browns.
Okay.
Um, so I try to start my day off with basically like 18 to 1,900 calories, like or more. Um, and then I'm usually pretty full for a while, but like then I just keep forcing myself to eat because I'm trying to gain weight, you know.
So what's the smoothie thing? Cuz I struggle with eating
Okay.
regularly, and I think
I use sorry. I use almond milk
okay.
um because I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay. I don't
So
have that problem. I'm
I
not a
use
weirdo.
so I do a cup of almond milk,
Okay.
half a cup of non-dairy yogurt with a probiotic.
Okay.
Um, I'll do 1 banana, like 4 or 5 strawberries. Uh, I do like the PB2, like the powdered peanut butter.
Okay.
Put some of that in there, some honey, some oats, so like cereal with oats and shit.
Okay.
Um, and for me, it's like I do my supplements and shit. So I'll do like creatine, protein. Like I do well, like I put whey protein in mine.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not going to do that.
yeah. So like you could probably just stop right there before all that stuff. But yeah, I do like creatine, whey protein, my like amino acids, my multivitamins because I can't do pills.
Sure.
So my multivitamins powder. So
So what's the flavor profile? I guess is there like a texture?
yeah, so when I don't do like the supplements and shit, it's actually really, really nice. Like I actually really enjoy the smoothies. But once I add all my shit, it's just so powdery. Like there's no way to not have this like basically.
Yeah, I can't fuck with powdery nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm the
So that's
exact
just
opposite. I have to do
like
like when I'm doing like stuff like vitamins, it's got to be pills. I
yeah,
can't.
I can't. My stomach's too fucked.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe if you just stop being lactose intolerant, you wouldn't have that issue. But
You know what? I thought about
who am
that.
I to know
See,
it?
my problem is I'm too intolerant. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
And I
You should
feel
get
like
more tolerant.
I should just be more tolerant.
You know how you
And it
build a
starts with
tolerance.
lactose.
You know how you build a tolerance.
So lactose.
You go to Warp Tour, um, in
Mm-hmm.
California, and then
Yeah.
you just drink a gallon of milk, and you'll be fine.
Yep. Thank you.
You thought you were safe, however, you were not.
Why do I gotta go to Warped Tour to chug this
Well, you know,
gallon of milk?
because you got to build tolerance. Maybe dip some, cookies in the milk.
Mm-hmm.
I am too
For
funny.
those of you who don't know, I trip balls over this in California at Warped Tour, and it was not a fun time for
It's
me,
actually one of my favorite stories from Kyle.
dude. It was, god damn it. It was the whole
Here
thing.
is another question I have.
What you got, fam?
So actually, here's some progress on me.
Okay.
Well, me, Jimmy, Jim, me. Wow, I'm so funny. Still losing weight, which is real cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
That's pretty dope.
I can fit into a shirt that I have from high school. Now it doesn't like fit because of course I've washed it since I was in high school and it's like shrunk and it's a shirt from high school. But it was like, whoa. If I wanted to, I could wear this outside right now and not want to die. Like from like, I hate my skin.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. That's like visible progress. And so I've been like, and I guess that's why I asked about the smoothies and stuff, because like, I've been regularly exercising, like walking a lot more, and I've been playing the drums as my cardio.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's good fucking cardio.
I can't afford a treadmill right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm not the biggest fan of treadmills anyway.
Yeah, I don't
Honestly,
like walking, so like
well, yeah, I hate running, I hate walking.
yeah.
But also, and I could be wrong here, so let me preface this with
Another preface.
yeah, your boy ain't do the research before he believed this one, but like
Okay.
it was a personal trainer that told me this, so I just kind of assumed he was telling the truth. I just never looked into it. But it makes sense to me. But it's essentially the thought process that we were we've evolved to walk and to run to conserve as much energy as possible while walking or running. So
Sure.
actually riding a bike or doing like a stair climber or like in your case like playing drums is actually you're going to burn more calories than you would walking or running on a treadmill, because that's what we evolved to do.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so like when I heard that, I'm like, that makes sense. And then as I go to repeat that, I went, you know what though? I never looked into that.
That, you know what? I guess I'm just a drummer now. I can't remember where I was going with this, but I've been like feeling physically better.
Good.
And it's just like, yeah, I guess we're just gonna go all the way. I don't know if I've told you my goal is to get to a point where I can skateboard again.
Okay.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
I skateboarded a shit ton before I broke my ankle, and that's when I gained all the weight. Is I sat in a chair and ate fast food for 6 months, and then it just never went away, and then I got sad and defeated and that stuff. But recently I've been like, all right, let's stop being shitty. Let's become the Jim we knew we can be. I don't know why I'm talking about myself in the third person, but yeah, my ultra goal is to be able to skateboard next summer. Yeah, so that's fun.
That's dope. I think that's a really dope goal. I think yeah, for all the memeage that everybody gave me on Positive Kyle,
Dude,
I'm
positive
actually
Kyle
really
got swole.
yeah,
So
Positive Kyle did a lot of work, and it's just like I don't want to say it's unsustainable because it's absolutely sustainable. It's just yeah, it's a lot of work, but like it really the payoff is really cool.
sure.
It's just it is interesting. I will say going from being not in shape to being in shape. It is interesting how people talk to me as if like I was never out of shape now, and it's like motherfucker, like it almost makes me mad.
Sure.
Like oh yeah, no, cool. I just woke up and I just like I just look like this. I don't go to the gym every fucking day or anything.
No,
I didn't diet like super hardcore for months at a fucking time or anything.
that's correct.
Like now I'm at a point that like I had fried chicken, corn, and fries today. Like I like ranch and barbecue sauce,
Sounds like a lot of carbs.
like sweet tea, cookies. Like I'm eating whatever the fuck I want right now. I'm not trying to like put on bad weight. I'm trying to stay lean.
Sure.
So I'm portioning like small. I'm just a floating head. But I'm so I'm just like trying to find like good portions for that shit. But like yeah, like I can afford to eat what I'm eating right now and stay in shape because of how hard I've been working in the gym. And I think a lot of people they don't they don't recognize like the amount of work that goes into it. So the fact that like you're losing weight, you're doing what you're doing, and that you have that goal in mind is just such a cool
Hmm.
fucking thing. I'm just saying, prepare yourself for when the oh shit man, you lost a lot of weight wears off, and like now you're walking around as fit gym. People are
Sure.
gonna be like, yeah, what do you know about me like slamming these fucking pizzas? You know, it's like, motherfucker, I slam pizzas all the goddamn time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
God, dude.
I
That's my rant about that.
the coolest thing about this journey so far is so I don't live with my parents anymore.
Oh,
I moved out in March. So we don't of course we don't see each other every day. But
right.
like every time
Isn't
I've
that
seen
a weird? Is that not a weird thing to get used to?
Oh, it's strange. I don't I
Because
still
like I'm really close to my family, and
yeah.
I still like I try to get breakfast with my family anytime I can.
Yeah. Well, my it's the difficult part about that is I work in the mornings and my mom teaches she's a principal in Columbus and that's 2 hours away from where she lives. So there's not like unless it's the weekend, we don't see each other in the morning or anytime before 5 p.m. So breakfasts are kind of
Yeah,
not
I
in the
mean, but
cards
like
right
I mean,
now.
just you can just see him, you know.
Yeah, like I go over there occasionally, but the cool thing is like when I do go over, she's like, "You've lost weight. You
That's
you
still
you're looking good." I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." Because like my mom, of course, has known me like my entire life and has seen me like even heavier than I was before I started losing weight and stuff like that. Um, and that she notices just
yeah.
it's like one of those like, oh shit, okay, something's
It's
actually
it's
happening.
it's always really cool when people notice.
Yeah, it
Like when
may
people notice the change, it's always
I
it's it's a good affirmation, you know.
it, it really does make me feel so like proud
Hmm.
because like I'm not doing anything special. I'm just walking my dog and not eating 12 loaves of bread in an hour. That's like
Is that like the? So this is where like we're talking dieting and fitness. So this is where
yeah, go on,
people's opinions
asshole
of me
Kyle.
may yeah. Is it not crazy how easy that is? Like I say easy, but like
Okay,
how
as a
how that change
oh yeah,
does things. Because what I'm getting at is you have people that go, oh well, I still want to go out and do all these other things and lose weight, and
yeah,
it's like no, like you can't, you don't get to do that. Like
yeah,
you have to like do these things,
sure,
and it's like it's as easy as making the decision now. sticking to it and not breaking off of it, that is difficult.
So the issue with me is I stress eat. And I eat the wrong things. I
Okay.
am, but the main issue is like carbs. Anything that has the word carbohydrate in it is my best friend. Bread is my family. Um, I ate way too many peanut butter sandwiches just for no fucking reason. Like I was bored, so I eat stuff like
Right.
that.
I mean, I have a tendency to do that as well.
And like since well the impetus for this for Fit Gym is when I got back from vacation, I realized that I lost like what was it like 15 or 20 pounds. And I was like, "Oh shit. That's neat.
Yeah.
Let's keep going."
Let's do that. Yeah. Why don't
And
we just, do that?
yeah, let's just do it, you know? So I was like, okay, we're gonna start walking the dog every day. And like that's not even and I look at that as like not even for me, that's for him, right?
Right.
Cuz I mean, he deserves to get out of the house and stretch his legs for a bit. So we do that. But I trick myself into thinking that it's not for fitness, right? It's not about me, it's about him.
Right.
It's about
Well,
me.
that's the thing, right? It's like
Yeah.
For me, the hardest part of my exercising was cardio.
Yeah.
So instead of doing cardio, I was like, okay, well, I like doing jujitsu, I like doing wrestling, I like doing kickboxing, so I'm gonna do that,
And it's cardio.
and that's cardio.
Yeah.
But like, it's like it beats like being on a treadmill or being on a
Sure.
bike,
Well,
and then it got to,
that's
a point.
work.
Go ahead.
That I'm sorry. That's work. Like jujitsu is like a fun thing.
Yeah.
That you can do. A treadmill, you know why you're on that treadmill.
Yeah.
Uh
There's no hiding it.
yeah, there's
The way I started to trick myself
yeah.
was I started playing a lot of Hearthstone. So
Okay.
I would just use the treadmill. Like I just kind of told myself the only time I play Hearthstone is when I'm on the treadmill.
Okay.
So like I would just walk on the treadmill like 2.5, 3 miles an hour, and just play Hearthstone for like an hour straight,
Awesome.
and that's how I did it.
That's
So then I started supplementing that with the rest of it, and then eventually I just kept doing treadmill because I was like, you know what, fuck jujitsu, I'm playing some Hearthstone.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
Gamify everything.
Yeah, find a way to just trick your brain, man.
Yeah.
Like the hardest part is making the change, and then like what the hardest part is getting to the point that you have a routine. Once you have your routine, just fuck shit up.
And the other big thing is like beyond just being less stationary is it's very easy for me to eat shitty. I really like, and now like Fit Gym, I like I eat sandwiches like maybe like 2 sandwiches a day, and that's my limit, right?
Right.
Because that's less bread, and that means more money for shit. Since I've started living on my own, I buy my own groceries like a big boy. And if I buy less groceries, I can spend more money on magic cards.
The healthy.
That is what is happening right now. It's not like I don't want to sound like I'm not starving myself.
Right.
I'm eating.
It's almost like you're portioning better because
yeah. I'm portioning myself so I can spend money on magic cards and like other stuff like that. Yes,
Like the other gives.
of course that Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm very defeatist about weight loss. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
because I can't see myself. I didn't always used to be like fat.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where skinny Jim was a thing. It was like before I broke my ankle. But I got so
Right.
defeatist about losing weight because once I gained it, I mean, I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So it just stayed there and stayed and stayed and stayed. And now I'm 26 and I'm like, I'm tired of being trapped in this sad, wallowing body of mine. So we're
Right.
gonna, fix it.
Like I'm not having a good time in here,
Yeah,
so
I'm not
like,
having a good
yeah,
time anymore. So
yeah,
help,
yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's dope. Like, yeah, like Darren said, yeah, like a portion for the addiction, because that's what I was getting at. It's like, isn't it interesting how like addiction for both of us like
yeah,
ended up being a positive thing?
yeah. And
The
I'm not
answer is trading
addicted
card
to.
games.
I'm not addicted to magic cards. I'm I'm not addicted to magic cards. I can stop anytime that I want to stop. I can stop anytime that I want to stop. Okay? It's fine. It's not an addiction. It's a coping mechanism.
Get to the root of the problem.
um it's it's not an addiction. It's not an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
These are Pokemon cards, so it doesn't count. Fuck you.
Okay.
Um
Trading card games are the answer.
Trading card games, like, and the thing about it is like the trading card thing is it's such like I am a reward like I am so reward reward
Reward oriented.
oriented.
Yeah.
I am the horse on the cart with the carrot tied onto a string. If there is a carrot, that horse gonna run. And I have given myself a carrot. I I I uh the magic cards is a thing that I get when I save money, which doesn't make any fucking sense to a normal person, but to me, a clearly addicted
That's
person,
fair. Yeah.
is it makes
You're addicted.
sense. And then like I love skateboarding. I love it. It is my favorite physical activity. I can't do it right now comfortably
Mm-hmm.
because of the weight.
Right.
Um and I want to skateboard. I like when and the thing like it started on vacation. I was in South Carolina, like Myrtle Beach, and I saw these guys longboarding down a boardwalk. And I was like, that could be me. But it's not cuz I'm fat. We're changing that right now. And I was
My
like,
guy.
I'm going to be longboarding down a boardwalk next vacation. So help me God.
Dude,
So
I think that's sick, man.
yeah,
Like, yeah, like you just need that catalyst to make the change.
yeah,
And then, and then it's sticking with it
yeah,
and and just yeah, celebrate your progress as you go, appreciate what you're doing, and just keep trucking.
yeah.
And it's always, like, because for me, like whenever I first got into everything, and my brother who's like really fit was like, yeah, man, it's always a journey, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, and I kind of got to that point where like like I would consider myself fit,
Hmm.
and then I was like, yeah, what the fuck ever, bud. Like I'm in shape now. I'm pretty stoked about it. And then like maybe after like a small break, going back, I'm like, oh man, like I want to look like this. Like you know what I mean? So
Sure.
it's like it's always I just keep
Yeah.
setting the next bar, the next bar. And
Yeah.
so I just think that that's like a really cool part about fitness is
Yeah.
like you always have a new goal.
Well, and
But it's not like this scary unattainable goal. It's
yeah,
like, oh hey, I've gotten here so I can do that.
this is gonna sound really strange, um, and you're gonna hate me for a second, but I swear to God, it's funny. I was like, yo, Kyle, looking pretty fit. He's in his 30s.
Oh, I don't have a negative thing to say about that. Yeah, like
Maybe when I'm old, I can look like that too.
no, I think it's fucking dope. That actually like
Yeah,
that means a lot. That means a lot to me, man. Like honestly.
it's
Um
like when the last Facebook post that I made about the podcast
mhm.
was something about having sad boy stories, so I have content for this. And you were
Mhm.
like, "Am I a bad influence?" And then I said, "You're an inspiring force in my life that's sometimes on his sad boy shit." You it's so strange. You're like the cool dude over there that I look at and I'm like, "Oh shit." First off, he's like one of my best friends. Second, I could be that. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna try to start a band or anything.
I mean, you
Um,
could if you wanted to.
I have been playing guitar a lot and drums,
Uh, like you could if you wanted to. Like, dude,
but like
I think it's really dope.
fitness Kyle is one of those like, you know,
Yeah,
maybe.
dude, I'm so yeah. Like I'm stoked, dude. Like it's just such an interesting thing, and I guess that's why like I don't mean to be so I don't mean to be so cold about those things, but like basically coming from somebody that like hated their body
Sure,
to like where I'm at now, it's like at some point I had to stop bitching about it and just do it. And I think that's why
sure.
when people like say those things like to kind of reflect on
Uh,
a recent situation of why my response is very much like, okay, cool, do it.
yeah,
Because it's like I look at myself in the mirror now and I go, I'm really happy about this. I still have a lot of stuff that I want to do. I still have a lot of work to do, but like I'm happy with where I'm at. I can celebrate where I'm at. Um, that doesn't take away the literal years of looking at myself going,
mhm,
I don't like what this fucking looks like.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I still lived that. So it's like just because I'm where I'm at now doesn't take those moments away.
sure.
And to be honest, that's a lot of motivation for me to stay in the gym because
Hmm.
that's what I remind myself. It's like, dude, like like when I take like weeks off at a time at the gym, I will literally just think about that and I go, dude, just remember what you were thinking, like looking in the fucking mirror like
Yeah.
a year ago,
Hmm.
a year and a half ago. So
Did you see my yogurt meme? Did you see that I was holding up the yogurt cup for like that entire speech?
no,
I did that for you, Kyle.
thank you.
I did it for you, Kyle. It's all for you.
I feel so bad about that.
You said you didn't though, so you got to pick
I
one.
mean, I don't think I should feel bad. I feel bad if somebody took something the wrong way.
Oh, it was taken the wrong way. Um.
We don't know that.
Oh, we know.
We can only assume. We can only assume. Well,
Uh.
that's like somebody um how do I word this? Um I really appreciate my friends and how much they care about me.
I.
And I appreciate them like looking out for me in certain things.
Sure.
But then there's certain things that like kind of get on my nerves, and one of which is
Is this a
I've
call out
recently had
post?
kind of I've had two friends in recent time basically like say, "Oh, I saw X person in public and I wanted to say this, 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 and this." And I'm like, I really hope you fucking didn't. Like, because like that's such a waste of time and energy. And like it's one
Oh,
of those
okay.
things of it's one of those things for me where like if anybody speaking on like my behalf for stuff kind of irritates me because I'm going like, yo, like I just hope there's nobody out there thinking this about me because of this person saying this. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Where it's like, yo, like I say plenty of shitty things. I have plenty of shitty like personality traits that you can have a problem with. I have enough of those for somebody to basically speak on my behalf.
Sure.
And that's one of those things of, like I said, that's where that one comes in of you holding that up. Where I feel bad, where I say that, like it's like it makes me sad if somebody took something the wrong way, but at the end of the day, it's not my fault.
That's fair. I was just giving you a hard time.
I get it. I hear
Um,
you.
I also I mean I didn't. I now know that you're not calling me out. Like
Oh no 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 no.
I've just like I know people that do that regularly that are like,
Mm.
hey, you did this to this person, fuck you.
Yep.
And I'm just like, wait, guys, calm down.
Yeah.
And
Come on now, like dude, like
I
that's
realize that
not yours.
yeah,
Like
yeah, that's not your fuck you. Yeah,
yeah,
fuck off with
you.
that.
Yeah, basically, like leave that for somebody.
Yeah,
Like leave that for whoever wants to say it. Like you
yeah,
don't have to speak on somebody's behalf.
yeah.
Like
But
and then
also,
like yeah.
I realize I could never be that guy. I could never be the hey, this person said fuck you
Yeah.
because that I hate confrontation. And I feel like that's a confrontation.
Yeah, I don't like confrontation either. To be completely honest, like I'll if I have to, I've kind of learned that like okay, this is the point where like I have to deal with this. But
Sure.
for the most part, even in situations like that, I'm Switzerland. I'm just kind of
Sure.
uh
You know,
like
oh, no, that was Sweden. Never mind.
I'm gonna yeah, I know what you're talking. I know exactly what you're gonna say. Um, like I'll just chill
Yeah.
and like even like a buddy of mine had like a recent breakup thing and uh like for me, I take it as like, oh, okay, I don't interact with that person anymore. Like I never the only time I interact with this person was with this person
Yeah.
when they're together. They're not together anymore, so I'm not gonna interact with that person.
Yeah.
It's that I like. There's no like, fuck you. There's none of that. I think that's such a
I all right. I got it. I want to do this one point and then we can move on from this
yeah
topic.
yeah.
There was a friend of mine who
Mm-hmm.
might be to my left or to my right, depending on which angle you're looking at on the cameras, who recently went through a thing that
Oh
I was I saw. I was looking into the house from the window. Um and this it ended. And the person um and I remained on social media friends. Um and I got to a point where I was just like, wait a minute. I don't want to talk to this person anymore because they did this to my friend. Fuck them.
yeah. I mean, I like I said, I even go like to shit like that and like I just think that holding on to ill will is such a dumb thing. Like so I go to this and that's why like I said, I appreciate my friends I really do appreciate my friends and like their thought processes. But the reality of it is I go back to um a friend of mine whenever she was married or engaged at the time, and we brought up in car. It was like a mutual friend of ours. We brought up like one of her ex boyfriends, not on purpose or anything like that. And even then, it was just whatever.
Sure.
And she got so upset, like she like ruined the night, and I basically popped off on her. And I was like,
Oh,
"Look, dude, I was like, you really got two options. I was like, it's been like five. It was like 7 or 8 years later, like if that, like maybe like 7 8 years max, maybe like 4 years. I don't know. I was like, you're getting fucking married or you are married. You're with the person that you fucking want to be with. Yet you're
Yeah.
still like holding on to that. That's nuts, dude.
Yeah,
Like
that seems silly.
basically you're giving that person like power over you. That person doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That person doesn't give a fuck about you. So holding on to it is stupid. Like,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I don't understand the whole ill will towards people, and especially on somebody's behalf. Like, I appreciate like my friends will go like, oh, I don't like this person because they did this. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to, but like the whole if ever anybody acts on behavior like that, it always bugs me because I just go like, dude, like
That's fair.
I don't hold on to ill will for people, so like there's no reason for you to.
So I
That's my
shouldn't
thought.
subtweet. Subtweeting bad? Is that no good?
What do you mean subtweet?
You know, like say something about a person in a coded way.
I mean, you can do that all you want. It's funny.
Because you did that.
Yeah, yeah, you can do that all you want when it's funny. But like, that doesn't mean there's ill will.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I'm all about the joke, baby.
That's that.
Eh,
If there's something that Kyle is about, it's a joke.
I'm gonna say the funniest thing I can think of.
Patootie.
Okay, that ain't it.
I mean, said worse.
Have said worse. Said much worse.
All right. I gotta move. We have to move on. We're at an hour and 21 minutes, and we haven't broken any hearts yet.
No,
Kyle,
Jim.
we need to talk about a couple of very important pieces of media.
Okay.
Mostly because, well, you posted that thing and got my hopes up, and then you crushed them. And then secondly, I just opened Facebook and you shared another thing from another Australian website. By the way, if you didn't notice, the cabbage guy popped off.
Oh my god!
That's from an Australian website again.
Yeah.
For no fucking just look at the websites before you share them.
You can find Cabbage Man in cart.
Yeah, but that's an Australian link, and I can't buy it from Australia. It's too expensive. First thing I want to talk about is you finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for the seemingly the very first time.
Dude, tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it. And not only did I do that, literally midnight on October
3rd.
Dude, that was so dope. Like, I was like, guys, listen.
Tell me you did that on purpose.
I really didn't.
You didn't at all? Did you not know?
I did not. Oh, yeah, that was like way earlier in the fucking season.
Well, that was, yeah, okay. That's fair.
Like, I mean, that was like seasons prior, you know?
Sure. Well, you finished it.
I did.
The ending is very different than the original series.
Yes.
As you found out.
Yeah, I learned my lesson.
What's up? How did it leave you?
Dude. Left me feeling really good.
Feeling really good.
Yeah, I felt a lot better about that ending than I did about the regular.
Well, because the regular movie the regular series ended with the movie. So if you didn't watch the movie, you didn't get the ending.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So Brotherhood ended conclusively. It's where the show did the thing, and it did all the stuff that the show does.
Mm-hmm.
You've now watched one of the best anime of all time.
Mm-hmm. For the first time.
For the first time.
That's fucking hilarious to me. It took me so many seasons to like. I don't want to say so many seasons. Like I've watched up to like season 3 or 4 before.
Yeah.
And just never realized that I didn't finish it.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. It took you 10 years to finish Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So did it hold up to your expectations? I don't know what that means. You have to use words and not pliers.
Pliers. Yeah, I'd say it lived up to my expectations because I found like the regular like Full Metal Alchemist to be overhyped.
Okay,
I liked it, but I didn't love it, you know?
sure.
And then Brotherhood, like all about it. I'm digging it.
I think that
And to
what
the
that
point that I
is.
was
Oh,
like,
sorry,
to the
sorry.
point I was like, do I get a Roy Mustang hand tattoo, or do I get an a la carte hand tattoo from Helsing? And I think I go with a la carte route, to be completely honest.
Helsing doesn't deserve a spot on your body. It's
What?
not good.
What?
I don't like it. I hate Helsing. There, I said it. I don't like it at all. I regret
Because of the
watching it.
Nazis?
Because of all of it. I don't like that show one bit.
Really?
Yeah, it makes me feel so uncomfortable and I hate it.
Why?
It's just you don't need to do all that. And what it does.
Go on, elaborate.
It's just there's some questionable content in Helsing. And
Mm-hmm.
now I can be an adult about certain things.
Yeah.
And the stuff that I am talking about I have seen in like live action drama. Um it's just yeah, I'm just not
How did you feel about Berserk?
uh real Jimmy Hours?
That's what this is, baby.
I don't give a fuck about Berserk. You would think that I would love Berserk. I love knights. I love fantasy. I like sword
Mm-hmm.
fights. I don't give a fuck about that property. People are like, it's been going for so long. I don't care. I watched the first Golden Egg movie thing, and I watched
Mm-hmm.
some of the original anime, and I read some of the manga, and I was like, there's nothing here except like gratuitous sexual violence and edginess. And I don't care.
Yeah, I haven't watched Berserk in a very long time, so maybe that is all it is. Maybe I just thought it was so much cooler at the time. I also
It's
haven't seen Hellsing since around that time too. So
well then you're I just watched it for the first time recently.
did you?
Yeah. And I did not feel good about Helsing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna need a goddamn hand tattoo idea, Jim, as a replacement.
Well, you just said it. Just do Roy Mustang's circle.
No way. No, I don't want to.
What the fuck do you mean?
Because I would not. If I could pick an element
You could just be like,
to
bitch.
be aligned with,
Bitch.
I'm gonna go with lightning. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then you
Like,
should get Lightning's face on your hand.
just for
Yeah, get all of the Final
continue
Fantasies.
the old Final. Yeah, well, see, here's the thing: is like my Final Fantasy sleeves end at my wrist, and then I have Harry Potter, and then I have Mortal Kombat. So it's like on this hand, I need something, which I might do, just Harry Potter again on this hand.
Wait, you have the Will Not Lie thing on
Yeah, I
your
was
hand,
not telling
right?
lies. Yeah, yeah.
Man, when you showed me that, I actually like expelled fluids from my body. That's the coolest thing in the entire world.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's the
It's a
coolest.
little uncomfortable, actually.
It's the coolest. Well, not the fluids, but the tattoo.
Oh,
The tattoo.
okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So we're gonna move swiftly along.
Yeah, if we would.
The tattoo you should get is the part of the next show that we're gonna talk about real quick, and then I think I'm gonna force you to do a thing.
All right.
We gotta talk about Avatar real quick. And this might be some real Jimmy Hours content.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, it took us an hour and a half to break hearts, but here we are at probably one of the most influential shows in my entire life, and a very big point of sadness also in my life. Kyle, you recently shared a post on Facebook that was like, hey, it's on Netflix, but it was for it was for Australia. I have the DVDs. I don't need Netflix. I don't care.
I do, because I don't have the DVDs.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh my god, he could watch it real quick and we could talk about it.
Well, I
mean, we
I
could
haven't watched it in so long, so.
Yeah, like you could refresh your memory.
Yeah.
We could talk about it on Real Jimmy Hours, and we could have an Avatar cast, and oh my god, that would be so good. I love it. And then you were like, sorry, it's for Australia. I was like, this bitch, it says .au in the URL.
And then what did I say?
Well, you said, sorry, it's for the nerds down under. Kyle, I
said false alarm, motherfuckers. This is for the nerds down under.
Yeah, that's what you said. Did you have to go look? Did you have to look back at what you said?
Yeah, to look at it, yeah.
Kyle, as you know, and now Real Jimmy Hours is gonna know, I have decided what I am going to get for my first tattoo. Because yes, Appa.
As a face tattoo.
I'm getting him on my back.
Nice.
I'm getting the full Appa spread. Do I want to say that? Do I want the Appa
spread Appa?
Yo, let me get that spread bison on my back. No.
Dude, spread bison is an unlockable character in the next Street Fighter.
It's just regular bison, but with all of his clothes off. Yeah. So he's just nude, and that's spread bison.
I thought they were just gonna alter his character model. It's just spread eagled the whole time.
So he just T-pose. That'd be funny.
Yeah, just T-poses. Yeah.
Yeah, I've decided what I'm getting as my first tattoo, because I did the bad thing. And I was like, I'm in the mood for some Avatar. What episode do I want to watch? Oh, season 2, episode 23, Tales of Ba Sing Se. Just casually. That's a bad episode. It's not saying it's a bad episode. It's one of the most god tier pieces of television ever. Just saying that. I have to say it. But I watched it and I got to the part where it's Iroh under the tree, and it's his son's birthday. It's Liu Ten's birthday, and he sings that fucking song, and that fucking, is it a shamisen? I'm not sure. That fucking stringed instrument. It got me, and I sat right here in this chair and I cried for 30 minutes.
I'm not surprised in the least.
Okay. I want to tell everybody why I cried. My sister, Anna, died in a car accident 5 years ago. Jesus Christ. 5 years ago. But she we grew up together, of course. And when Avatar came on, that was one of our shows that we watched together. And that was one of her favorite episodes. Not because of the sad boy times, but because of Zuko and his girlfriend. He that relationship, and she was like, she loved Zuko, dude. And she was like, he's so happy. So she loved it for that. And I was like, oh shit, okay, all right, yeah, I love it too, it's great. And then so her car accident happens. Everything is shitty. And last year, my brother, who was 17 at the time, we at some point during all our grieving, my family was like, "We're gonna get tattoos, for Anna, of course." I was like, "Oh shit, what do I get?" My brother got a dragonfly and a sunflower, which is her favorite insect, because she had a favorite insect for some reason and her favorite flower. And for that entire year, he has been pestering me. He was like, "What are you getting? Huh? What are you getting?" Like, all right, bitch, calm down,
Sir, this is my body.
Sir, this is my body and my emotions. You better calm down.
And let me have these.
And I had been contemplating, like, what the fuck am I gonna get? At one point, it was a dragonfly suit of armor, like a suit of samurai armor with dragonfly like decor and flourishes. Because she was a huge weeb. And then I was like, nah, I'm not sure that I'm really jiving on that. So I'm in tattoo idea limbo. And then that fucking episode, that fucking song starts, and I'm like,
this is it. This is the one.
This is it. And it hit me, and I, like, throughout the song, I was like tearing up, and I'm just sad at this point.
Right.
But that episode was the last episode, or I can't remember if it was Mako's last, or like that was when he had passed. But the fucking "In Memory of Mako" pops up with Iroh silhouetted under the tree with the sunset behind him. And I was like, oh my god, this is it. So one of the regulars at the board game store that I work at, works at a tattoo shop. And I love his work. And I was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And he's like, "Oh, fuck yeah." He's like, I mean, I'm a tattoo artist, so I like tattooing, but like, I love this idea.
Not to derail that.
Are you getting an Avatar tattoo too?
No. I'm just
okay.
Not to step on toes by any means, but I will say there is a guy in Orlando. His name's Mike Randazzo.
Okay.
He's blown up like over like the past like year or 2 years. He's actually Azazi. He's actually friends with Azazi. He used to tattoo Azazi for free. Benjamin has been to him. This dude is blown up to be like relatively famous for doing anime style tattoos.
Oh shit, okay.
And so if I will say this, like if the guy that you're going to, his style isn't traditionally like that anime style.
Sure.
If you're not like, I mean, like basically, if you were to reach out to Mike, I mean, I think he's like booking for like literally like January or February at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you ended up coming down to Florida, like you could stay with me if you needed to go do tattoo with that guy. Because like, dude, he's like literally whenever I do my my leg sleeves, my anime leg sleeves, like I'm going to Mike.
Okay.
Like I love James. The guy that does my work is so fucking good.
Yeah.
But Mike's style is literally like it's anime character.
Anime.
So there's no reason not to.
That's fair. Oh shit.
So just throwing that out.
Maybe we could do GrizzCon in January.
GrizzCon January 2020.
January 2020 is the annual GrizzCon. It's when Jim goes down and gets tattoos every year.
It's just tattoos and fucking Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's all it is. You know what? We're gonna talk after the show.
Tattoos and Smash Bros, dude.
We're gonna talk after the show about that.
All right.
In the meantime, I am now forcing you to do content for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, I have asked the simple question.
Yes.
Kyle, can you do some, like, questions for the show?
Brother,
here's the thing.
Luckily for you.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So I'm not going to ask you to break my soul. I'm going to keep it open-ended. You know a lot about Jim.
Okay.
But you don't know the whole Jim.
Okay.
So feel free to ask any Jim question.
Well, luckily for you,
did you do one?
I've been bullshitting you this whole time. Like I literally have a whole fuck ton of questions.
You fucking asshole! This would have been great 2 weeks ago. Did you write them down?
Yeah, I'm looking for them. Hold on.
Oh my god.
They're in my Notepad++. So.
Notepad++. Oh, this guy codes. Did you have a happy childhood? That clip still gets me, by the way. It still makes me fucking laugh.
Some bullshit. That's what it is. Nope, not that one. Let me find my questions.
I can't wait.
So, whenever you were growing up,
oh shit,
you've always been nerd culture guy. Was there? So, this is an interesting thing for me. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh kids. Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon trading card game kids. Like when I was like in school.
Sure.
At my school, they were like really like closed off. Like even though I was into that shit, I fucking played. I wasn't really in that circle.
Sure.
So growing up, did you have like a thriving nerd community of shit like that? Or was that just kind of like an isolated experience for you?
I built the nerd community on my tiny back.
Of course you did.
So when I was a kid, I struggled making friends. But the friends that I made I kept. And all of the friends that I made were nerds. And we all lived near each other. So, and we all kind of got into the same things around the same time. So I would be like, hey, you like this game. I like this game. Let's go down the street to this kid's house. 'Cause he likes this game. Or like there were the trading card games. So like the Pokemon game and then Yu-Gi-Oh. I'd be like, hey, you like this, I like this kid likes this. Let's go hang out at their house. Or like we can all hang out at my house or something like that. And then because like that's where I've always felt the most comfortable. Is when people are doing I guess when people are doing the thing that I like being there.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it was always so I had to be introduced to Pokemon. But I was always the guy that was the ringleader of as much as a 10 to 12-year-old can be a ringleader.
Yeah, you're like a little nerdy ringleader,
Yeah, you know, I was like, hey guys, this is Yu-Gi-Oh and this is how you play.
Right.
I actually remember.
The main rule is that I always win.
Yeah, I actually only need one piece of Exodia in my hand to win the game.
It's crazy. It's different. It's just different
I
for me.
I got to be honest, I did that a lot. I was like, I have the left arm of Exodia in my hand, I win the game. And people would buy it.
No, brother.
It was so bad for a while, dude. Yeah.
You gave everybody the shitty controller when they came over. You always got the better controller. You got the
So
one with the sticky joystick and the fucking
okay,
buttons that stick.
so this
Is this getting too personal?
no. This is speaking directly to the N64 era. Because I feel like this is where that was most prevalent. There were shitty N64 controllers.
I mean, I was thinking Super Nintendo, so it's I think it's always existed like that.
We only had the like the actual Super Nintendo controllers.
Mhm.
And we only ever
Boy,
had.
I think I actually have. Keep talking. I continue.
Oh,
Like,
God.
continue.
So okay, so I had an N64, and my favorite color was green. So of course I had the green N64 controller. There was the gray N64 controller that came with the N64. And I was like, the green one is mine. Oh shit!
Bruh.
You want to throw down some Super Turbo? Cause I'll come fuck your shit up. Why? Oh man, it's so cool that you just have this stuff. Fuck. Man.
Also,
Oh, somebody in your house was a smoker.
no, actually.
Oh, is it just old?
Yeah, it's a Super Nintendo.
It's a Super Nintendo. The plastic. So I had the green N64 controller. I took immaculate care of this controller. And I let the gray one kind of just like deteriorate. So the joystick got shitty. Look at this, man.
I know.
Look at this, man.
I'm listening.
It's just insane the things that you can just pull out of the other room. So I definitely was that guy that gave you the shitty controller. We had tons of those Mad Cats, like half circular, like the outside grips were circular for the N64. We had tons of those, and they just shit the bed every 2 weeks. So I was definitely the guy that had the best controller.
You get this, yeah. I mean, I think if you're the guest and you didn't bring your controller, which at the time I don't know anybody that brought like their controllers and shit. They just assumed that you had them.
I'm gonna be honest. My best friend, his name is Paul. He actually, I grew up with him, and he actually lives down the road from me now, which is sick. He was the guy that brought his shit. He had a backpack that had Hero from Card Captors. You know this character? That's his like favorite character. And it's like a little plush lion thing with tiny wings.
Wait. Card Captors Hero?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hero, Biro.
Yeah. I know
that little.
I had to look it up. But yeah.
So he had a backpack with like that as a charm. And in this backpack was treasures beyond your wildest imagination. First party Nintendo controllers. First party like Sony, like when we got the PlayStation controllers. And he had the like all those Game Boy accessories in this backpack. This kid was swaggin'.
Yeah.
And he always brought his own stuff. Um, because he knew that the green one was the only good one in my house.
Yeah, I mean, once you learn the lesson, you know.
But that he was like the first like super nerd that I met and experienced in my life because
Uh-huh.
he had a leg up on me. He had an older brother, which was
Yeah.
not fair.
Right.
As somebody that did not have an older brother, it's not fair when you have an older brother that's a nerd that like has a job. It's not fucking fair. All right, to be a kid that doesn't have an older brother. That it's just not. And you as a youngest brother, you can't say shit because it's not. All right. If you had friends, they'd be mad at you because you had Chris and they didn't have Chris.
But I didn't have friends.
Yeah, well, your friend was Chris, and that's
Yeah,
not fair.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's his brother. His brother Peter was actually the nerdiest person that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was the first instance of competitive Smash Brothers player that I knew. And he still plays 64 and Melee like an absolute G.
Okay.
He actually just graduated from. He's an engineer, like a mechanical engineer now. Um,
Dope.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Really
it's.
cool.
I definitely was. I was the ringleader. I was the guy that asked the teacher in third grade if we could start bringing our Game Boys to school, and we could like give them to her. She could keep them in her desk, and we could play them at recess. I was
Right.
the guy that spearheaded that, but I was. It's weird because I was definitely not the nerdiest for a while. That would be probably Paul. But I was the
Goddamn Paul.
well, like like every mastermind has to have like the muscle, right?
Yeah.
Like the guy who runs shit isn't like the most powerful, but he gathers the most powerful, and he like makes them into one unit. Um,
Absolute unit.
I also have to. I also want to tell a story about this time. I had in third grade. I remember. This is so strange. So I was born in Kentucky, and for whatever reason, I was kind of ashamed that I was born in Kentucky. So, so I would tell people that I was born in New York, uh, just like New York City, and that's where I was from. I don't know why.
Dude, kids are stupid. That's why, because kids are
Kids,
fucking stupid.
third graders are shitty, and
Third graders are really stupid.
they don't
but
know
like,
what
well, because in your mind you're like, dude, you know it's so much cooler than fucking
Kentucky is. New York, right? That's where everything happens. So I'm from there. But
That's where I'm from now.
It goes further. It gets worse. So in the same breath that I'm telling these kids that I'm from New York, I'm
Mhm.
also allergic to strawberries.
Are you actually?
No. I have no food allergies. But I wanted to be special, so I'm allergic to strawberries. And they fucking believed it. It's just random bits of memory that pop into my head.
Hi.
Were you also fake allergic to something?
No. I
That's-
knew a kid in
Mhm.
6th grade. His name is Huang.
Okay.
You can imagine
Oh no.
the ethnicity of this man is really not white. I mean,
Okay.
whether it's Vietnamese, Chinese, I believe he was Chinese. I could be wrong. Huang told me that his older brother was Tony Hawk. Mm-hmm. I was the only person you told that to. Told everybody else too. We believe.
Are you?
I'm not joking.
You're not bullshitting?
I'm not bullshitting you at all. I distinctly remember this conversation. It happened in a geography class. We sat next to each other, and we both had gym the next period. So we walked side by side to gym class.
And he was just telling you that.
He was talking to me about, yeah. What year? Let me see. What year was I in 6th grade? How old are you? How old are you when you're in 6th grade?
Oh shit! I just asked. Cause I have a story.
12?
No. Wait, hold on. What age is 6th grade? 11.
11.
11 or 12, depending on birthday.
Okay. 11 or 12.
How old is Tony Hawk?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out in 1999. I was 12. This may provide a clue as to why he was saying what he was saying, because I believe may or may not have been talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Welcome to the show.
Tony Hawk is old enough to be that man's father.
Welcome to the fucking show, dude.
What? I just don't get it. You know what? It's real Jimmy hours.
We have 4 minutes, Jim.
I told people. This is real, by the way. This is
I'm listening.
incredibly real.
Yeah, this is real Jimmy hours. I just assume everything's real.
So you know about those kids that have uncles that work at Nintendo? You know how none of those uncles work at Nintendo? I wanted to be a bit more believable.
Okay.
My uncle worked at Blizzard and was best friends with Mike Morhaime because I had just played Diablo 2 for the very first time.
Why are kids so stupid?
Why did I say these things?
And that's fucking hilarious to me. Because, like, every kid has a story about some shit like that.
Every single child.
Some fucking thing. I'm like, you know what? This is what's gonna put them over the edge.
Well, like, you're only cool for 20 minutes until they forget. Yeah. So it doesn't make any fucking sense as to why I go through these lies.
But there it is forever.
There it is forever.
Your uncle at Blizzard.
Best friends with Mike Morhaime.
Just more hammering it out. Like,
it's just
God bless,
it's
dude.
just so weird to me. The lengths really kids go to.
Dude, it's wild. It's wild. I think you see it. It's kind of interesting now though, because like with social media and shit like that, you literally see grown ass adults just like reaching out for attention from any kind of media outlet.
Yep. Because
that's wild. Like
senpai must notice me, or else life doesn't matter.
Legitimate adults that were like, "Oh, blah blah blah," responded to my tweet. Holy fuck,
dude!
And it's like,
I did that. I just did that. I posted a picture on Instagram. I think I even told you about this.
Did you?
An Emmy award-winning artist said that I did a nice job on my drawing.
That's okay. Well, that's cool. To me, that's different. To me, that's different because that's basically if you're posting art and an artist is saying that. I'm talking about like if you just like post a fucking like picture of like you like I don't know, just doing whatever. Like I don't know. Like not even a picture. I guess is not the way to do it. But like I guess what I'm getting at is if somebody fucking tweets something and you respond
Sure.
and they respond to it, people are like, "Oh my god, they fucking respond." It's like, well, yeah, like you posted on their shit.
So I did that too.
Brother Jim.
Uh, the developer of Thomas Was Alone. I have two stories.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay. First, less cool story. Well, I mean, they're both cool as fuck. Okay, so I love the game Thomas Was Alone. It's a game about rectangles jumping around.
Two of my favorite things.
I tweeted at Mike Biffle, dude, I fucking love your game. Like, I just love it so much.
That's different. You're tweeting at him, right?
Yeah. Am I just...
No, so that's cool because he found it, and if he said something, what I'm getting at is when you go to their platform and interact, and then you're surprised that they interacted back.
Oh,
Does that make
okay.
sense?
That's okay. So I don't think I have any stories like that.
Okay. But it's really cool though that like we like in today's society that kids can do that. But
Oh, yeah.
it's funny that like you have like if somebody does that, now you have like a kid in 6th grade like bragging to his friends, blah 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 said this to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is like that is cool. So it's like in a way like they have to prove it. Like,
Yeah.
They have to like be able to prove it. But like
Well, now you can't say that your uncle works for Nintendo because I can fucking look.
well you still have kids that will say, I mean shit. This is a funny thing. It's like for like when we were playing League, you know, you talk to people, oh well I'm a diamond, blah blah blah, and you're like, oh cool, well, let's play together. Oh well, this isn't my actual account.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your actual account? So I can like look it up.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like you still have people do. You have adults do that. That's wild. Like I don't know. I think it's just people just want
attention.
Yeah.
Or
well, you want that
attention,
some kind of affirmation.
Attention. Like just like the whoa, like dude. You know how long Noxo and I talked about being in the same game as Shroud? We were playing PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
And we noticed some shit popping off, like in the distance. Like dude's getting like 8 or 9 kills. We look at the kill feed, it's Shroud and his friend Justin. And we were like, wait. Shroud and Justin? Turn on the stream. Oh my god. We're in a game with Shroud and Justin. I told so many people. Like, that was last year. I was 25. I was like, guys, I was so good at PUBG, I was placed in a game with Shroud. I'm 25, Kyle! I was telling people at work that I was in a game of PUBG with Shroud and Justin.
Now, this is absolutely on topic what we're talking about, and that's funny to me. However, I will counter my own point.
Okay.
By saying you're allowed to be excited about whatever you're excited about.
You're
allowed to find joy in things.
You were just telling
But it's just.
But that doesn't stop the ridiculousness of it.
It doesn't stop the ridiculousness of it, but you're allowed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like that's funny. But that's.
Is it the same thing?
It is the same thing. It's absolutely the same thing.
I'm not ashamed. Because I have a clip of getting killed by Shroud. We tried to kill him.
Yep.
We both were like, oh shit! We turned off his stream. We didn't want to be those guys.
Yeah.
We tried to pick a fight with Shroud and Justin. Noxo, I'm sure he could have. But he didn't have a Justin. He had a Jim. And
he was without a Justin. He wasn't a Justin. He was a Jimin.
It was a Jimin. And now I would like to wrap up the show.
Yes.
with a cute story.
Okay.
So there's a, and this is the story that I was like, oh wait, I have another one. So um so there's a sci-fi show called Fringe, and one of the characters is on the autism spectrum,
Okay.
and it's played by a person that's actually not on the spectrum.
Well, yeah, it's called acting.
Correct. But sometimes they do that.
Right.
And I have Asperger's as well, so I'm on the spectrum. And I was like, it's like 22.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, this person is like doing it and like doing a really good, like, you know, acting, I guess. Like
He's doing him an acting.
she's doing a really good job of like doing the like the little ticks and stuff
Mm-hmm.
that people on the spectrum have. And this was my first tweet to a person that was famous.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my god, you did such a good job. And just stuff like that. And she responded. She was like, oh my god, thank you so much. That means so much.
Yeah. Well, I think it does because like it's the same like.
The story's not over.
Oh.
So I post that screenshot of her replying to me on Facebook. Everybody's liking it and like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. My mom hits me with, hey, you spelled something wrong. You spelled a keyword wrong. Look at your post again. Instead of saying Aspie, A-S-P-I-E, your homeboy said Appie, A-P-I-E. And I was mortified. The actress retweeted it, liked it, and replied. It got subsequent likes and replies. You did a really good job.
Pretty happy experience.
Oh, fuck off! And that's where we'll end the show, ladies and gentlemen. We did a complete show without breaking a single heart, shedding a single tear.
Next time, I was half asleep this whole time. I gotta be honest, guys. I've been fighting lack of sleep, so.
Next time, I'm gonna fucking destroy him. I have been...
I wish your mic was turned off for that, like for me, but like not for the stream.
that would have been good. That would have been really good. Yeah. I'll mess with some buttons. Maybe we'll do some goofs like that in the future. Yeah. Anyway, I've been Jake. This has been Kyle, and this has been Real Jimmy Hours, where none of us are named Jimmy, but I go by Jim. We will see you.
See you next week.
See you next week. Yeah, we did the art. Well, Noxo did the artwork.
Yeah, it's all Jim.
It was actually all me. So, okay, just a really quick thing. Real Jimmy Hours is a scheduled show at Sundays at 6 p.m., 6 or 7, hopefully 6 p.m. EST. There is a sub-show called Lil Jimmy's. Lil Jimmy's happens anywhere in between Real Jimmy Hours. And that's an hour-long show. Last week we did it on Wednesday.
Yeah, we did 6 o'clock Lil Jimmy.
This week we could have... Actually, it was like 11. It was not at 6 p.m. It was just a random time because I was like, hey, you want to do this real quick? So yeah, that's like a non-scheduled thing that we just put up. So if you want to follow our Twitters that you can see in the below section, look at that below sections. Yeah, he's at Kyle_Kendall and I'm at Roll the D20 because I'm a nerd and he's a person.
Nerds are not people.
Nerds are not people. We will announce both Lil Jimmy and Real Jimmy Hours there. And yeah, that's really it. I finally got the branding down. Like I said, we are going to start putting them on YouTube every Monday. The newest episode. I will this Monday. All of them will go up on YouTube, but the subsequently it'll just be the one episode going up every Monday.
It's gonna be the same episode going up every Monday. It's just gonna be
just the same video.
First episode of Real Jimmy Hour. It's just every Monday gets re-uploaded. The old ones stay too, though. So it's just the same video being uploaded every week.
That's actually the new content plan. Is we just do the same thing. We're actually just gonna re-live stream previous episodes.
That's what we should do.
Yeah. So yeah, be on the lookout for that on whenever for the Little Jimmies. Every Monday for the VODs, and every Sunday at 6 p.m. for the live streamed good shit, Real Jimmy Hours. I've been Jake, this is Kyle, this is Real Jimmy Hours, and we are signing off.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.